The visitors are here. They have come to see Africa. They have come to explore the motherland. They are here with their knotted head wraps, their beaded neck pieces, their leopard print dresses. I said the visitors are here. They have come with their kiss the ground, I am on home soil, diasporic homecoming love for Africa. The visitors are here. They have come to see you in your mother's house. Why are you wearing your hospital variety head wraps, your post-cervical fracture neck pieces, your leopard print bruises from all of the beatings? Is this what you want them to remember? The nightly beatings, your throat in a chokehold, you choking on the fumes from the paraffin stove, the names of your almost children stuck in your throat, misplaced, miscarried, missed by their mother. Oh, visitors, forgive us for our curse the land, infertile soil, dig up the roots, love for Africa. You see, when we reclaimed our land, we did not know that we were only claiming space to dig up our own graves. We did not know that we were only calling the women to sing amagugu and peel vegetables while the men eat meat. Oh, visitors, forgive us for our poor manners. Kulu, go and fetch the photo album. Show them Tata's pictures. Roll out the welcome mat. Tato, tip your hat in greeting, because this will be a very short meeting. The dead hardly congregate with the living. Amagugu alelizwe ayosale mathuneni. All precious treasure remains in the grave. Emina Nkateko, ngwana wa Chabuyo na Kazamula, Kazamula wa Mhlaba, Mhlaba wa Jim, Jim wa Stuta, Stuta wa Nkanyabane, Nkanyabane wa Bushani, Bushani wa Choki, Choki wa Ngunula, Ngunula wa Masingi. Hina aka hina e Tenzuba, Tenzuba le toja madzoba. Aye. Say my name in its entirety. Do not abbreviate me. My name is a 7-letter miracle, a mother's answered prayer for water, for a daughter, a 2-page spread in a Xitsonga hymn book. Hallelujah, Nkateko. Yeso una matemba, yena muhluri. At least try to pronounce me. You might find poetry in my pores, verses in my ventricles, art in my arteries. Acknowledge me and my people with our names that fall into the sidewalks, with our surnames that form shadows on pale pavements, with our bodies that are so dark, so impossibly dark that they do not blur into any body of water. Water refuses to dilute us. We float on its surface like black refuse bags refusing to black out. Acknowledge me and my people with our bodies that are bent from working too hard. We wear ourselves out in order to raise children who wear themselves inside out, hating their blackness, craving pallor with all of its illnesses. Do not abbreviate me for your convenience. There are no men in my village named Nick, so why do you insist on giving us nicknames? We need to be called as if we are late for dinner, called as if we are worthy of a meal, called as if we have been picking apples for too long and need to sit and sustain our bodies with the fruit of our labor. We need to be called as if we are being summoned home, to wash the dirt off our knees so that we can kneel before our gods with clean bodies. We need to be called to wipe the sweat off our brows, because that is salt, and there is never enough salt at home. I'm rewriting my mother's story on my face. Do you see the quotation marks holding my smile together? Even my laughter is hers, not mine. Be careful how you articulate your own mother's story. How you articulate your blood, because you and your mother were once one person. You carry a question mark in each ear, born to listen to her. Everything about you says, I am writing someone else's story. I am still not sure about my own. Make sure that you are reading the history books being written in your childhood home, collecting recipes too, because age is engraving farewell messages into Mama's skin. Your mother is forgetting herself. And how will you sustain yourself when she is no longer here? When you turn back to a part of her story that you particularly loved, hoping to hear her laughter echo across the room as she throws her head back in reminiscence. One day, your mother will not be able to speak, and you will repeat her words to your children so that you can hear the echo of her voice in yours. We betrayed our kin when we burnt alive our brother because he was birthed on foreign soil. We betrayed our skin when a man's charred remains became our own because we could not accept him in his wholeness. His hair was too peppercorn, his skin too charcoal, his Africa too north for our acceptance, and so he died on the street engulfed in the flames of our rejection. The next day, we bowed our heads in shame when the journalists came. We shattered our mirrors. We deserved the bad luck, but the river redrew our faces. We became monsters overnight. Caricatures of ourselves at our worst became us. And then we left, and they asked us why, and we said, in Africa, it is better to leave than to stay and watch your own flesh burn. It is better to leave than to stay and see your skin peel off, leaving behind the bones of the forefathers that you betrayed. My blackness is red sirens, gunshots 2 blocks from your block of flats, women on the street in their gowns screaming. My blackness mimics tragedy in small towns. My blackness cannot be contained. You tried all of those years ago and failed. Look, your hands are stained. My blackness is flashing lights, red tape outside your house, orange cones on the road that leads to reconciliation. But you walk here and find me waiting, burdened with the weight of waiting. But you never come close enough. And so I have to ask, does my blackness offend you? The color of my skin, the texture of my hair, do these things offend you? Do they make you question what God was trying to do when he created me as opposed to you? And when we meet, does my blackness make you want to get up on your feet and choose another seat or another place to go and eat? When I see you in town, does my blackness earn me a frown, or worse, a half-hearted, lopsided smile that lasts for a while and then disappears? See, for years I struggled with my blackness too. I made alterations to it the way you do when you changed my name from Nkateko to Kate. I tried to hide my hair. I plaited it tightly against my scalp like a forced hug, and I covered it with hair that looks like yours. Soft, straight, sleek, sinless. Then I realized that your mistake is not that you do not look like me, but that you showed me the sin in my blackness. We're painting the city black tonight, not red. If we paint it red, they will say that we asked for the bloodshed, that we offered our bodies as a sacrifice. But these are mourning clothes disguised as skin. And those of us who are still living will stand up and be the walls of this city. And those who cannot stand will sit and be its pillars. Those who cannot sit will lie down and be its pavement. And perhaps by morning, due to our collective mourning, we will have rebuilt this city. And if we could levitate, we would be the sky too. And the stars would come out for us and say that we can make a wish. But we don't make wishes anymore. We only pray. And tonight, I'll be praying for another chance to go out in the city and to make it home alive. At the souvenir shop downtown, I asked to buy a black angel doll for my baby niece. The shop assistant shrugs as if to say that there are no angels that look like me or any of my people. I pull out a photograph and I show her my niece looking like all the black angel women who stitched her together with their own bones and blood. I pull out my mother's attitude and I tell this woman that black angels, black mannequins, black glass ballerinas must exist. I imagine dying here. And instead of someone saying, "Oh, a black angel," they will say, "If she flies, she must be a witch." I have exhausted my quota of prayers to stay alive. And so tonight, all I will be asking of God is if there are any black angels in heaven. Thank you.
Enkosi siswami siyakhensa.